Boss, I am falling in love. The email was sent by mistake. One careless click, one breath held too long, and everything changed. Boss, I think I am falling in love, it read. No subject, no signature, just those 7 words hanging like a confession written on glass. When Arab met to read it on his office screen at 7:42 a.m., the city was still waking up, unaware that 2 lives were about to collide in ways neither of them had planned. Arab was known for precision. CEO of Meta Dynamics, he ran meetings like clockwork and emotions like liabilities. At 38, he had built an empire from late nights, broken partnerships, and an iron rule he never crossed. Never mix feelings with work. Love had once promised him warmth and left him with silence. He replaced it with structure. He replaced it with success. So when the email appeared, his first instinct was to delete it, forget it, and move on. But his fingers froze. The sender's address was familiar. Ananya Verma, his executive assistant. The woman who arrived before everyone else, left after everyone else, and somehow made chaos look organized. She was sharp, calm, and painfully human in a building full of ambition. Arav leaned back, staring at the city through the glass wall of his office, feeling something he hadn't felt in years: uncertainty. Ananya realized her mistake 5 seconds after sending the email. Her heart crashed against her ribs as she watched the sent notification blink back at her. She had written the message in a draft at midnight, never meant to send it. It was supposed to be deleted, buried with the feelings she had been trying to ignore for months. Arav was her boss, her mentor, her line she was never supposed to cross. She closed her laptop, palms shaking, and told herself to breathe. Whatever happened next would define her career, maybe her life. The first meeting of the day was unbearable. Ananya stood beside Arav, handing him files, avoiding his eyes. He was calm, professional, unchanged. Too unchanged. That hurt more than anger would have. She wondered if he had even read it. She wondered if he had deleted it without a thought. When the meeting ended, Arav asked her to stay back. The room emptied. The door closed. Silence thickened. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't accuse her. He simply asked, "Was that email meant for me?" Ananya swallowed. Lying would be easier, but it would destroy her. "Yes," she said. "And no, I never meant to send it, but the feeling is real." Arav nodded slowly, as if absorbing a difficult report. "You know why this is a problem," he said. "Yes," she replied. "That's why I never said anything. I respect you. I respect this job." "And yet you're falling in love," he said, not as a question, but as a fact. She looked at him then. Really looked. Not the CEO, not the boss, but the man who stayed late, who drank his coffee black, who never spoke about his family. "I didn't choose it," she said softly. "It just happened." Arav ended the conversation with a decision that felt safe. He told her to take the rest of the day off. He said they would discuss professional boundaries tomorrow. He said nothing about feelings. That night, he sat alone in his apartment, replaying moments he had dismissed before. The way Ananya noticed when he skipped lunch, the way she defended him in meetings, the way she smiled when she thought he wasn't looking. He told himself it was admiration, loyalty, convenience. But the truth was harder. He had been lonely for a long time. The days that followed were tense. Arav became distant. Ananya became quieter. The office noticed the change. Rumors whispered through hallways. Projects slowed. One mistake turned into another. Pressure mounted when a major investor threatened to pull out after a failed presentation. Arav blamed himself. He blamed the distraction. He blamed the email. One evening, long after everyone had left, Ananya knocked on his office door. "I can resign," she said before he could speak. "I don't want to be the reason this company suffers." Her words hit him harder than he expected. "You are one of the reasons this company works," he said. "That's the problem." They stood there, both exhausted, both afraid. Arav realized then that his greatest challenge wasn't the scandal or the risk. It was fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of being hurt again. He had built walls so high that even happiness couldn't climb them. The real test came when the investor agreed to one final meeting, this time overseas. Only one assistant could go. Ananya offered to stay back, but Arav chose her. Not because of feelings, he told himself, but because she was the best. During the trip, something shifted. Away from the office, away from expectations, they talked. About failures, about family, about the people they had been before ambition hardened them. One night, after a brutal negotiation session, they walked along a quiet street, city lights reflecting in puddles from recent rain. Ananya stopped. "I won't ask you to feel the same," she said. "I just need to know if I should let go." Arav finally allowed himself honesty. "I don't know how to love without losing myself," he said, "but I know that pushing you away feels worse." They didn't kiss. They didn't make promises. What they did was choose courage. When they returned, Arav made a difficult but clean decision. He restructured the team, promoted Ananya to a role that no longer reported directly to him, and announced it transparently. There were questions, there was resistance, but there was no scandal. Only after the boundaries were clear did Arav ask her out. Not as a boss, not as a CEO, but as a man willing to try. Their relationship wasn't perfect. They argued, they stumbled. Balancing love and ambition tested them repeatedly, but every challenge was faced together, not hidden, not denied. Years later, when Meta Dynamics was named one of the best companies to work for, Arav spoke at the event. He didn't talk about profits or growth. He talked about integrity, about choosing honesty over fear, about how leadership isn't about control, but courage. Ananya watched from the audience, smiling, knowing that one accidental email had taught them both the same lesson. Love doesn't weaken strength. It reveals it. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is admit what your heart already knows.